Injury hit Ireland brace for brutal Six Nations opener against France in Paris, Ireland will begin their 2026 Six Nations Championship campaign under a cloud of uncertainty after Andy Farrell named a matchday 23 stripped of several senior figures for Thursday night's daunting opener against reigning champions France at the Stade de France. The absence of key personnel through injury and suspension has forced Farrell into a series of uncomfortable compromises, particularly in the pack, as Ireland prepare to face one of the most physically imposing French sides of the professional era. While the Irish backline still brims with creativity and intelligence, the front row selections in particular underline just how threadbare Farrell's resources have become at the worst possible time. France, playing at home and fueled by emotion following recent upheaval in their camp, represent the sternest possible examination of Ireland's depth, cohesion, and resilience. For Farrell, this opening fixture is not just about results, but about how effectively his reshaped squad can withstand an early season collision with raw power. Injury disruption forces Farrell's hand. Ireland's build-up to the championship has been repeatedly disrupted by injuries, leaving Farrell unable to call upon several pillars of recent success. Hugo Keenan's absence is arguably the most significant behind the scrum. The Leinster fullback has been one of Ireland's most consistent performers over the past 5 years, offering reliability under the high ball and an intelligent counterattacking threat. His unavailability has necessitated a positional reshuffle, with Jamie Osborne entrusted to start at fullback. Osborne's inclusion is a statement of faith in his versatility and composure, but the leap from provincial rugby into a Six Nations opener in Paris is substantial. The Stade de France is an unforgiving environment for even the most seasoned internationals, and Osborne will be tested relentlessly by the French kicking game. Further forward, Bundee Aki's suspension has robbed Ireland of a key source of gain-line dominance in midfield. Aki's ability to dent defenses, generate front foot ball, and free space for those around him has been central to Ireland's attacking structure. His enforced absence, coupled with James Lowe's lack of recent match fitness, has reshaped the backline considerably. Backline blends youth and experience. Despite the disruption, Ireland's backline still boasts considerable quality. The selection of Stuart McCloskey at inside center rewards a player who impressed during the November internationals with his defensive solidity and improved distribution. McCloskey's physicality offers a different profile to Aki, but his ability to operate as a secondary playmaker may prove vital in alleviating pressure on the halfbacks. Outside him, Gary Ringrose returns to his preferred position at 13, where his defensive reads and line speed will be crucial in containing France's explosive midfield runners. Ringrose's partnership with McCloskey will be under immediate scrutiny, particularly against a French side that thrives on chaos and broken field opportunities. That on the wings, Tommy O'Brien is handed a starting role that reflects his consistent form and work rate. The Leinster winger is not a flamboyant finisher in the traditional sense, but his aerial ability and defensive discipline align closely with Farrell's tactical priorities. Stockdale, meanwhile, continues his rehabilitation arc at international level. Once one of Europe's most feared attacking wings, injuries and loss of confidence have curtailed his momentum. This fixture represents a chance for redemption on one of rugby's grandest stages, the the halfbacks. Farrell has doubled down on youth and control. Sam Prendergast gets the nod at fly half, continuing Ireland's investment in the gifted young playmaker. Prendergast's composure, distribution, and tactical kicking will be central to Ireland's hopes of controlling territory and tempo, particularly behind a pack that may struggle for parity. Jamison Gibson-Park's return at scrum half is arguably Ireland's most significant boost. His speed of delivery and game management are essential to Ireland's attacking rhythm, and his partnership with Prendergast will be closely watched as a potential long-term axis. Andrew Porter's absence from even the wider training squad has left a gaping hole at loose head, while Tadhg Furlong's failure to recover in time removes one of World Rugby's premier tight heads from the equation. The result is a starting prop pairing of Jeremy Loughman and Thomas Clarkson, industrious professionals, but players who will be targeted mercilessly by France, against a French front row built on mass, aggression, and technical excellence. Ireland's scrum is likely to be under sustained pressure. Loughman's mobility and work rate around the park are undoubted, but scrummaging in Paris against elite opposition is a different proposition entirely. Clarkson, still relatively inexperienced at this level, faces a baptism of fire. Between them stands Dan Sheehan, one of Ireland's genuine world-class performers. Sheehan's throwing accuracy, athleticism, and breakdown presence will be vital, not only in stabilizing the set piece, but in providing Ireland with attacking momentum from phase play. Strong second row offers some balance behind the front row concerns. Ireland can at least draw comfort from a formidable second row pairing. Joe McCarthy's physicality and edge make him ideally suited to a contest that promises to be attritional, while Tadhg's intelligence, line-out expertise, and breakdown prowess offer invaluable balance. The Burns' leadership will be particularly important in managing defensive discipline and ensuring Ireland do not concede cheap penalties in dangerous areas. An area where France are ruthless, in the back row. The familiar pairing of Josh van der Flier and Captain Caelan Doris provides continuity and elite-level performance. Van der Flier's engine and tackle count remain unmatched, while Doris continues to grow into one of Europe's most complete number 8s. Cian Prendergast's inclusion at blindside flanker is a significant endorsement from Farrell. The Connacht forward brings athleticism, line-out ability, and ball-carrying presence, and his performance will be closely scrutinized against France's towering loose forwards. Farrell opts for 6-2 split to combat French power. The composition of Ireland's bench underlines the coaching staff's concerns about the physical battle. Farrell has opted for a 6-2 split, prioritizing forward reinforcement over backline flexibility. Jack Conan, James Ryan, and Nick Timoni provide depth and energy in the loose forwards, while Ronan Kelleher, Michael Milne, and Finlay Bealham offer cover in the front row. The decision reflects a recognition that Ireland may need to survive extended periods of defensive pressure and attrition. Craig Casey and Jack Crowley are the only backline replacements, with Crowley's versatility offering some insurance should Prendergast or Ringrose be forced off, a defining test of coaching and character beyond personnel. This fixture represents a fascinating examination of Andy Farrell's coaching philosophy. Ireland's Six Nations schedule is unforgiving, and this opening trip to Paris has been widely viewed as a potential stumbling block even at full strength. Facing France with a depleted squad amplifies the challenge considerably. Yet Farrell has repeatedly spoken of building resilience, adaptability, and depth within the group. Thursday night will reveal just how far that process has progressed. Speaking ahead of the match, Farrell praised the squad's application and commitment during their preparations, highlighting the value of their recent training camp in Portugal. I've been pleased with the application of the squad since we linked up last week, and we've a good body of work under our belt from our training camp in Portugal as we face into an exciting test match against France, Farrell said. The Six Nations is an amazing tournament to compete in, and it brings out the best in players. Farrell also emphasized the significance of the venue and the traveling Irish support. We have played at the Stade de France many times, and it's a terrific stadium with an incredible atmosphere. We know from our experiences on the road how proud and vocal the traveling Irish support can be, and it's a huge motivator for the squad, knowing that we have so many Irish supporters behind us. Ireland team to face France. Ireland 15:15 Jamie Osborne, 14 Tommy O'Brien, 13 Gary Ringrose, 12 Stuart McCloskey, 11 Jacob Stockdale, 10 Sam Prendergast, 9 Jamison Gibson Park, 8 Caelan Doris, 7 Josh van der Flier, 6 Cian Prendergast, 5 Tadhg for Joe McCarthy, 3 Thomas Clarkson, 2 Dan Sheehan, 1 Jeremy Loughman replacements, 16 Ronan Kelleher, 17 Michael Milne, 18 Finlay Bealham, 19 James Ryan, 20 Jack Conan, 21 Nick Timoni, 22 Craig Casey, 23 Jack Crowley. Match details. Date: Thursday, February 5. Venue: Stade de France, St. Denis. Kickoff: 21:10 local time, 2010 Greenwich Mean Time. Referee: Carl Dixon. RFU assistant referees: Angus Gardner, RA; Jordan Way, RA; Ian Tempest, RFU; FPRO; Richard Kelly, NZR.